Good, it's Xavier back again. And today I'm going to break down a sample I made using almost entirely one-shot melody samples. And I'll show you how to do that and make a fire, dark type 21 Savage-esque sample. And then I'll go ahead and flip that beat into a finished composition. Let's get into it. First thing I did is just make a very simple 2-chord pattern with some little filler notes. All I did to do that was take a melody one-shot, drag it into the optimized mode of Quick Sampler, and then took my usual square envelope and just extended the release time a little bit, changed the polyphony to multiple so you can do chords and stuff like that. First layer of these chords sounds like this. And then I have a reverse synth sound with the optimized quick sampler mode. And I just dragged a little bit of the cutoff back so it takes out some of that harsh high end to the sample. And I literally just layered that exact same MIDI pattern with the 2 chords repeating. And the quality you want to look for when layering these type of melodies is just experiment with different sounds until you find sounds that complement each other without stepping on each other. And one more layer of these chord midis I threw into a very simple sine wave sounding synth, and that's what this sounds like on its own. The rest of this A section, the last thing I did is drag in the 1940s choir, one of my favorite presets from the Alchemy VST, stock Logic VST. Once again, I just laid that exact same chord. And one more layer I added to the A section is going to be these bells, and it's just kind of a sparsely populated little top line to bring in halfway through this section. And that pretty much does it for the melodies for the hook section. And I'm just going to run them all together for you guys right now. B section, we have I took that sine wave sounding synth and simply threw the same pattern chords in there and then threw a stock arpeggiator on there with these settings and a little bit of EQ and reverb, and that's what this sounds like on its own. And that goes for half of that B section, and then the second half has some halftime version of the bells I played earlier, and that sounds like this. The connecting thread throughout that section is that exact same 1940s choir, and I'm going to play them all 3 together, so this is the final B section of melodies. Let's run it. Now what I did is made sure that it was in the key I liked, which I've noticed a lot lately that some of the harder 21 Savage and even Travis Scott's new stuff, a lot of the harder, darker sounding beats end up being in A sharp minor. So now I'm going to go ahead and just select all these melody elements, bounce them down, and consolidate it into one final sample. Drag it down till it peaks around -12 dB, and I'm just going to add a slight fade at the beginning and end so it doesn't come in or end abruptly. And that's what this sounds like. So that'll do it for the sample breakdown, and I'll cut here and I'll jump into a brand new project, drag that sample in, manipulate it a little bit, and let's get going with those drums. See you in a second. The A section I'll set up and a B section with some flipping going on. I'll show you guys that when we get there. And then just the ARP section of the second half of the sample, pitched up and with some side chain just for a bridge. So anyway, let's get into this hook section drums. And I just have a two-step hats and a on the threes clap pattern to start. And let's figure out some rolls. Guys, figured out the hi-hat pattern that I wanted for this hook section, and it looks like this. Gonna jump into a quick snare pattern, and then I will dive down into the 808. And as far as industry standard snare patterns, this pattern right here contains all the notes that are standard to use. Obviously you can take some in and out, but this is the basic rubric for all the spots you want to hit, accent the claps and whatnot. I'll change it up, but here's the rubric. So I'm gonna jump down into the 808, pulled up one of my favorites. By the way, every single drum sound in this video and all my other videos can be found linked down in the description. It's that Cosmic Deluxe drum bundle kit, and it features all the best sounds in the industry right now, as well as all my personal favorites and most used. Let's figure out this 808. I have the root notes all set up, and now I'm gonna change them up to fit the 808 pattern a little bit more. So this is what it sounds like before I change it up. Okay, so that's the first section, all Gucci. Get into this B section. That'll work. Maybe just an open hat. A laser hit. let's dive into this last 808, the Supreme 808 from my Cosmic kit. A little bit more spaced out of a pattern. Let's hear how it sounds. That'll pretty much do it for me. All that's left to do is mix, master, arrange, and bounce out the final product. And just a real quick reminder, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Help me greatly. Also, let me know down in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like about the video, and what you'd like to see from me next. Also, reminder, my Cosmic Bundle Kit, Drum Kit, Deluxe Edition is available down in the description as well. I'm Xavier, and I'll see you guys next Friday once again.
Please hang up and try again.